snack. Me and you gonna have a little chat about books. Hi guys, so I am here because I decided I might vlog the Tome Topple readathon that is happening. I don't think I've put up a TBR for this, but I did decide that I was going to take part, kind of last minute really, because I already put up my June TBR and didn't include all the books for this. But it sounds like exactly my kind of readathon, and I haven't been doing a lot of readathons this year because of uni. Now that it's over, I want to. So it is about 5 minutes to midnight and it starts on the 5th of June. I just had an amazing time. I just did the BookTube SFF Awards live show with Sam, and Thomas and Eleanor and Nicole, Paul and Chelsea, and we had such a good time. It was so much fun and I just really enjoyed it. So if you haven't watched that, it's over on Sam's channel, which is Sam's Nonsense. I'll put a link to that down below. Go and check it out. I might also put it in the cards, and definitely go check that out if you haven't already. It was so much fun to do. So I just did that, and then now I am getting ready for this readathon. I am so excited to begin, and I'm hoping I can get through a good chunk of pages. So I have about 8 or 9 books that I have that are over 500 pages that I have at uni with me. I'm very excited to dive into many of them. The first one that I'm diving into is going to be this super nice one, Theatre of the Gods by M. Sedaine. You guys saw me talk about this in my try a chapter tag, and I really enjoyed the first chapter. I have no doubt that the rest of it is going to be very funny, very witty, so I'm hoping the adventure and the actual plot is great too. We'll see. I'll definitely let you guys know how I get on. As I said, it's like 2 minutes to midnight now, so I think I will probably get started any minute now, and I'm very excited to not only vlog this and update you guys as I go, because it's a 2-week readathon, so maybe I'll do 1 week in the next, or maybe I'll just cram it all into here depending on how long I ramble for. But yeah, it should be fun, and I'm gonna be excited to take you guys along with me. Hi guys, so it's the first day of the Tome Topple technically, because it started at midnight, so it's Sunday today. I read for about an hour, maybe just under an hour, 45 minutes last night before I went to bed. I was very tired last night after the live show, so I did not stay up that long, but the book I was reading is so good. In case you forgot, it is Theatre of the Gods, and I have to say I am loving this book so far. It reminds me so much of Douglas Adams and Pratchett, but even longer by far, and just wacky as can be. There is a place in this called the Holy Neon Empire, which just sounds so funny and crazy. They have these crazy earphones that are invented by our main character, who is an inventor, and basically they block out all noise that isn't pleasant noise, which I think is great, and I would love a pair of them. Any noise that's just annoying neighbours, or that's just people talking about stuff you don't care about, or just loud music, obnoxious people, all gets blocked out, but you can still have a conversation with your friends because that's a nice noise, so that's allowed through, and I just think it's bizarre but wonderful. So far loving this. At the moment I'm on page 51, so I've got a little bit more to go because it's like 600 pages. I would love to get to page 200 or 300 of this today. I don't know if it's going to happen. It is a very nice day outside though, so I think I might go out later and take my book with me. Hey guys! So I am in the park. I decided to come out because it is a beautiful day. I don't really know if I can show you. It's really nice out here today. So, got my book and I'm loving it still. It's fantastic. It's making me smile and laugh so much more than I expected it to, and I expected it to make me laugh quite a lot. So I'm really happy with it so far, and the weather is beautiful, so I'm just having a great day. Hi guys, so it is now like 20 to 1 in the morning on Monday the 6th of June. I read 200 pages of Theatre of the Gods on Sunday, and I'm really happy with that. I wanted to get to 300, but I'm gonna be honest, I got sucked into watching the latest season of Survivor, and I didn't because it's too addictive, and I'm really addicted to reality TV. It's one of the few things that I would say I'm definitely addicted to and really enjoy. So that happened. However, I'm actually very awake, even though it's like 1:45 in the morning, so I'm probably going to do some reading, especially since I don't really have anything that I need to do tomorrow. It's going to be a nice, relaxing day. Apparently it's meant to be really sunny again, so I might go out again, which will be exciting. And hopefully I get lots of reading done tomorrow. I would love to finish up Theatre of the Gods. I don't know if it will happen. If it does, I think I might start another book, Arcadia, because I've got a couple of friends who are reading that right now and they are enjoying it, and it's over 500 pages, so fingers crossed I make massive progress with Theatre of the Gods, even if I don't finish it. Hi guys! So it is Monday the 6th of June and it's about lunchtime, nearly 12 o'clock, and I haven't done any reading yet today because I have been packing up my room because I'm going to be moving out in the next week or so, and I'm pretty excited about that. Because I really want to go back to be with all my books, and I have started packing up my room this morning, so I spent a good 2 hours solidly just putting things in suitcases and boxes and folding things and packing things, all that exciting stuff. However, I did read some more of Shaman's Crossing last night, which I don't think I mentioned that I was going to do. I have the audiobook of Shaman's Crossing, which is by Robin Hobb. I believe it's over 500 pages, so I'm counting it for this read-along, and I'm really enjoying it, so that is happening. Equally, I now have a chance to get into Theatre of the Gods. I'm going to have lunch and then I'm going to read this all afternoon probably. It is Tuesday, it's kind of late on the Tuesday, it's 20 to 7 in the evening, so I've had most of today not reading, but I did manage to finally finish up Theatre of the Gods by M. Sedaine, and I really enjoyed this, guys. I think it's going to get a 4 stars from me because it was just so witty and funny and amusing and batty and crazy and filled with imagination, and I haven't read a book in a while that is this filled with originality and imagination, and I love that. I really enjoy witty, funny, humorous reads, and I think this has a little bit of all of those things, so I'm really, really happy that I got through this in the readathon and that this readathon gave me a great chance and excuse to get to this sooner. I just had a blast reading it, so I will definitely talk more about this in a full review, but just know I really enjoyed this, and if you've never heard of it before, definitely check it out on Amazon or whatever you buy your books from, because it's pretty great and I really did love it. Besides that one, I have also just started reading a short story collection which is under 500 pages, so doesn't count for this readathon, so I won't include that here. However, I am listening to 2 audiobooks right now. I already told you about Shaman's Crossing by Robin Hobb. I haven't made a huge amount of progress with that one. I'm only a few hours into the beginning, but I am enjoying it so far, more than I expected to, so I hope that that continues. And the second audiobook that I'm listening to is called Expedition to the Mountains of the Moon. It is by Mark Hodder, and it's the third one in the Burton and Swinburne series. It's over 500 pages, so this one does count towards the readathon, and I only have 2 hours left of that audiobook. It is Tuesday, and it's about just gone 10 o'clock in the evening. I finished my second book of the Tone Topple just now, like about half an hour or an hour ago, and that was Expedition to the Mountains of the Moon, which is by Mark Hodder. I definitely enjoyed it. It's funny that I read this on the same day as reading Theatre of the Gods because they're quite similar in that they both have like a lot of wit, a lot of sarcasm, a lot of humour, and they both deal with steampunk elements, although I would say that Theatre of the Gods is far more sci-fi than it is steampunk, whereas this one I would say is more steampunk than it is sci-fi, so that's the difference, I guess. And of course the characters and the plot are completely different. I actually really enjoyed both. I enjoyed Theatre of the Gods immensely, gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, and I enjoyed this one an awful lot too, but I did have a bit of a break in the middle of this one, so I gave this one a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I still would highly, highly recommend it. I'm definitely going to continue on with the series still. I still really like it, but I think I just took myself out of it by having a bit of a break, so I would recommend reading it when you've got time to read it. As with all long books, it works best that way. Hey guys! So it is about 8 o'clock on the third day of the readathon, which is Wednesday. I have been busy today. I have actually had stuff to do, so that's been nice. But it has meant I haven't really got any reading done yet. I listened to some more of Shaman's Crossing earlier by Robin Hobb, and I have to say, I am really enjoying this book. I went into it with slightly low expectations just because it wasn't the Realm of the Eldlings books, which are the Fitz and the Fool ones that I love. But it's really interesting so far, and I really love how Robin Hobb writes. She just always does characters really well, she develops them really well, and I just think she's an excellent writer. So I'm actually really enjoying this one so far, and I read a couple of chapters today. I think I'm at chapter 8 now. Don't know exactly how many pages through that is because I only have the audiobook with me, but I'm pretty sure that I will finish it up in the next maybe 2 days. And I haven't started Arcadia yet because I actually ended up reading some short story collections last night and didn't make progress with Arcadia because I wanted to get some short story collections done. Hey guys! So today is Thursday, which is the 4th day of the readathon. I haven't read an awful lot today, I'll be honest. I read some more of Shaman's Crossing this morning, so I'm now at 41% of the way through that one. But then I just spent the day editing and working out and ordering food and generally not reading, watching lots of YouTube. So I think the first 2 days of the readathon went really well, and then the 3rd and 4th days have not gone as well. But I'm okay with that because I'm really happy with what I've finished up already, and I'm hoping that next week, when the week begins again and the weekend is over, I'll probably get a lot more reading done then too. So we'll see how these next few days go. I don't hold out too much hope of getting super far, but we'll see. I might finish up Shaman's Crossing. I'd like to finish Shaman's Crossing by the end of Sunday. I think that's possible. And I still haven't started Arcadia, even though I keep saying I'm going to. I haven't, so that needs to happen soon as well. Hey guys, so today is Friday, which is day 5 of the readathon, and I did not have much success with reading last night, not gonna lie, just been failing a little bit, so I've got nothing to really report today. It's really rainy here today, which is kind of a relief because it's been so hot the last few days, but I think it's perfect reading weather, so I'm gonna do some reading now, I promise. And I will report back once I've actually done some reading. So hopefully I will be starting Arcadia. Hey guys, so it's still Friday. I didn't actually end up reading anything towards the readathon, but I did read. I actually read a indie book that was sent to me for review. Really enjoyed it actually, a lot more than I was expecting to. It's called They Mostly Come Out at Night, and it's a fantasy book. And it was very enjoyable, very quick read, so definitely one I will be doing a full review for pretty soon. I ended up giving it a 3.5 out of 5 stars, so it's definitely one I liked a lot, and it's got some interesting stuff going on. That was about 220 pages. Haven't read anything else besides that, so not doing great on the 500-page books, but I'm still reading, which is progress, even though it's not really counted towards this, so oh well, Arcadia will be happening at some point. I don't know, I feel like I'm just lying to you guys now by saying that because I think I've said that I'm going to start it for the last 3 days, and something about it's just a bit intimidating, so I need to convince myself that I'm actually going to start it. Hopefully it will happen tomorrow. We'll see. Hey guys, so today is Saturday and I've read one thing today, which is actually a graphic novel. I read this because one of the challenges for the Tome Topple was to read a graphic novel to sort of break up your reading, and I wasn't really feeling picking up a big book yet, so I thought I would dive into volume 2 of Odyssey, which is called Sons of the Wolf. Very much enjoyed this one. It has a lot of focus on rape culture though, so it's a bit disturbing. I mean, this whole thing's a bit disturbing anyway because it's very brutal, very bloody, very gory, very colourful though, very exquisite, very funny. Just really interesting story, and I'm really liking what they're doing with it so far, so I'm definitely going to continue this series, and I haven't decided if I'm giving this a 4 or 5 stars yet, but I really enjoyed it either way, so definitely something I will continue with in the future. Now I have just put up a Twitter poll. I tend to do this sometimes. I don't know if you guys all follow me on Twitter. If you don't, I'll put my Twitter below and you can go and follow it. I actually use Twitter a lot to help me decide which book I'm going to read next. So I put up lots of polls that are maybe 20 minutes long, something like that, just to help me decide between a few books that I'm currently reading or that I'm planning to read, because sometimes it's really hard to pick which one you want to go on to next, and I tend to find that leaving that in someone else's hands, I know that I'm going to like most of the books, so if I just leave that in someone else's hands, that tends to really work for me. So I'm kind of going to wait and see what the response to that poll is before I dive into another book, and whether it's going to be a big one or whether it's going to be a little one, I don't know, but we'll see, and I'll update you guys in a bit. So good morning. So today is Sunday. It is the 12th, I want to say. I think it's the 12th. It's the 7th day of the Readathon. It's been 1 week, so we are halfway through the Readathon. I stayed up pretty late last night. I stayed up till like 2 in the morning, finishing up Shaman's Crossing, which I was audiobooking, and I really enjoyed this one a lot more than I expected to. I was really pleasantly surprised by this one, and I really enjoyed that I went into it with quite low expectations, because it doesn't have like the best ratings ever on Goodreads, although not many people have actually rated it. So I didn't have like amazing expectations for this one, but I genuinely was really surprised by it. It definitely has lots of sort of folklore, fairy tale-esque stuff going on. It's also got lots of earth-based magic, nature-based magic, which is really cool, and it's got tribal people and different types of people in the world. We also have a main character who's like the chosen one, as always, and of course Robin Hobb is very good at developing her characters, so I just really liked the character in this one as well. The main character is called Navarre, and we follow him as he is a young soldier in training. He is the second son of his father, and traditionally in this world, anyone who is a second son is put into training to become a soldier, because that is the way that they do things in this world. And we get to see him as he trains with some of the plains people, who are like tribal people. We get to see him as he goes to an academy to learn to be a soldier and basically grow up and start his training. And we also get to see him deal with some of the magic of this world that he's not really that equipped to deal with, but obviously he's a pretty interesting character, so he finds his own way to deal with stuff. I really enjoyed it, I have to say. Just really interesting story, really great characters as always with Hobb, and I just found myself smiling a lot and really liking this one, so very happy that I chose to read this. It's 533 pages, so it does count for this just about, which is good, and I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 stars, I think, because I've really enjoyed it, and I'm definitely going to be carrying on with the series fairly soon. Probably not in this readathon, but definitely soon. Besides that, I also started Arcadia, which is great because I've been saying I'm going to start it for ages and I haven't, but now I actually have. I am 4% of the way through, so not that far considering it's like 600 plus pages, but I've read the first 2 chapters and it seems pretty interesting so far. It definitely has a sort of His Dark Materials, magical otherworld portal type vibe. We're following a young man in, I guess, Oxford, something similar to Oxford, and he is a professor and he's working on a story, and we get to see his story that he's writing. We're also following a young girl who seems to come in and feed his cat and is kind of friends with him, like they have nice discussions with each other and he kind of tests her mind and stuff. So it's an interesting beginning. I haven't got very far with it. I'm hoping to get a lot further today. As it's Sunday today, I actually have nothing to do all day, which is really nice, and I'm hoping that I can do lots of reading because of that. Hey guys, so I realised I haven't vlogged for the last few days, and I've been pretty rubbish at reading long books the last few days for the tome topple. It just has not been really happening. I've been a little bit preoccupied doing other things like catching up on TV shows, packing up my room to move home, applying for lots of jobs, and just generally not reading as much as I thought I was going to this week. I don't know what it is with me, but I'm one of these people that if I don't have a schedule, I start doing like a lot of procrastinating instead of doing the things I want to do. And I don't know why I get like that, but I do every time. So anyway, basically what I'm saying is I've been pretty rubbish and I've got to 10% of the way through Arcadia, but that's as far as I've got, so I'm like maybe 60 pages into that because it's 600 pages. I finished a short story collection that I was reading and I definitely enjoyed that one, and I also started just now this, which is Africa 39. This one is not over 500 pages, but it's what I just started reading. And today I have been reading lots of single issues. I just was catching up with all the single issues that I haven't got to yet, and I had a really good time doing that. So basically I've been reading lots of short stuff, and I haven't been getting to sort of big epic tomes. 2 weeks is quite a long time to sort of be told what you should read, or to try and push yourself to read big books. I really love reading big books, but I also really love to break the big books up with much smaller ones. And because last week I was so focused on the big stuff, I didn't break it up at all with small ones. And I feel like now my brain is like, just give me some small books, some short fiction, please. And that's kind of all it wants to do. And I just want to listen to it. I don't think it's fair to sort of force myself to try and read stuff just because it's a readathon. So I think I'm going to kind of say that this is probably where my tome topple ends. I am not planning to pick up a huge book over the next few days. I'm going to be fairly busy the next few days because it's the last time that I get to see my boyfriend before I move back home, and then we're going to be long distance again. So that's a little bit sad, but we just want to hang out with each other and make the most of it, obviously, and enjoy our time. So I doubt I'm going to have a whole bunch of time for reading, and if I do, it's probably going to be more short fiction. So this is it. Sorry that the second week was terrible and that I just failed completely on the second week with the long stuff, but the short stuff is still happening. I am still reading, I'm still talking about books, I'm still loving comics and all sorts of other things. It's just the big chunkers are not happening right now. So I think it's better to end it here so that I don't just keep failing on the vlogging side of it as well, and say that I had a fairly successful reading week last week anyway. I read a lot last week, way more than I expected to. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this has been a little bit of a long vlog. I like to ramble, apologies, but hopefully you find some good reads. I will do some full reviews of basically all the books that I have talked about in this, so if there are any you're interested in, then I will definitely be doing some reviews of them in the next few weeks. And thank you all so much for watching, and thank you to Sam for creating the readathon, because even though I failed on the second week, the first week was a lot of fun and I really enjoyed chatting to everyone on Twitter about it and just pushing myself to read some of my longer books. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
Thank you for watching my video today. Go pick up a book, then come back and chat with me again.